Hello students, in this video I am here to solve numericals related to your topic electricity. I have taken here some basic questions which are basically based on your definition of current, definition of charge and your Ohm's law, then resistance combination and also on the factors on which resistance depends on. So let us first see here some relations which you are already aware of. I have written few relations. First is Q is equal to IT. I have told that current is actually what? Flow of charges. Means when some amount of charge flow in particular time duration, then that is said to be current. That is only written here Q is equal to IT where Q is charge. And if we are asked to find out the number of charges, I have already told in the video earlier discussed that Q is equal to anywhere N is number of electrons present in any conductor and E is the charge on one electron. This relation is from Ohm's law, and when you have understood Ohm's law, then after that, if any of the resistance was having length and having some cross-sectional area, then there was some relation in which it was told you that resistance is directly proportional to length. That concept we will use in this numerical. So using that only, this is also the relation which will be beneficial for you to solve various types of numericals. Let us start solving this first question. A current of 0.5 ampere is drawn by a filament of an electric bulb for 10 minutes. Find the amount of electric charge that flows through the electric circuit. Means amount of current is given to you. I is equal to 0.5 ampere is given. Time limit T is equal to 10 minutes is given. We will have to change this 10 minute into second. Means 10 into 60 is equal to 600 second. Now we know that we have to find out what? The amount of charge. It is written there. We know that since Q is equal to IT, putting the value of I and T very simply, we will get 0.5 into 600. On multiplying this, you will get amount of charge equal to 300 and its unit will be, since means ampere into second or the SI unit of charge, as you have already known. What is it? Yes, it is coulomb. So its unit will be coulomb and this will be the answer. It was very easy question. Now moving to the second question written here. An electric heater draws a current of 5 ampere when connected to 220 volt. Means calculate the resistance of its filament. As you can find out that this unit is ampere, as in the previous question it was current, here it will be also current. Voltage in volts is given 220 volt. Means in this question also current is given to you 5 ampere, voltage is given to you 220 volt. How will you calculate the resistance? With Ohm's law we know that V is equal to IR. So this implies R is equal to what? R is equal to V by I, means 220 upon 5. Dividing this, we will get 44 ohm. So answer will be R is equal to 44 ohm. This was also the easiest question. These both first and second question were very easy. If you will go through these questions once again, the main thing in first question is to see this unit in minutes. It will be converted into second because second is the smallest unit of time. Here. Next question is, what should be the length of a nichrome wire? I have told that nichrome is an alloy of some elements like nickel, chromium, manganese, iron. So it is the length of, means what should be the length of nichrome wire if the resistance is 4.5 ohm and if the length of similar wire is 60 centimeter watt and its resistance is 2.5 ohm, we know that resistance is directly proportional to length. This relation we are aware of. Now if we consider the length of nichrome wire, let the length of nichrome wire be L1 and resistance R1, and similarly we consider that L2 is equal to 60 centimeter given in the question of another similar wire, and R2 is equal to 2.5 ohm. Then this R1 is given to you what? 4.5 ohm. Here it is given. So let us consider the length of nichrome wire be L1 and its resistance is 4.5 ohm, and the length of another similar wire is 60 centimeter and its resistance is given 2.5 ohm. We know that R1 upon R2 will be equivalent to L1 upon L2. Putting the values of each of the known terms, what we will get? We will get 4.5 upon 2.5 is equal to L1 upon 60. By cross multiplication, we can find out that L1 is equal to 60 into 4.5 upon 2.5. Solving this, what you will get? Point you can cancel out. This will be 5, this will be 12, this will be 1, this will be 9, and 12 nines, it will be 108 centimeter. So length of L1 will be 108 centimeter. So students, see the next question here. In the circuit shown, as the circuit diagram is shown here, find the resistance in arm CE. There are various arms CE, AB. In arm CE, as you can see that two resistances are connected, and I have told you that if head-to-head connection and tail-to-tail connection of two resistors are done in a circuit, then they are said to be in parallel. But if head connection is done with tail of another resistor, it will be said to be in series. This is the tail of this resistance and this is the tail of this resistor. Both the head of this resistor, here tail is connected with head, they are connected in series. Means resistors 2 ohm and 4 ohm are connected in series. So first part, total resistance means resistance in arm CE will be, what it will be simply 2 ohm plus 4 ohm, as they are connected in series. For series we have relation R1 plus R2. R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2. So it will be just 6 ohm. In second part it has been asked that find out the current I1 and I2. This is I1, this is I2. You are known that this resistance and this voltage, this whole combination actually means CE and AB are in parallel, and in parallel only this voltmeter or battery is connected. This 3 volt voltage is supplied in whole of the circuit. In parallel circuit voltage is same, so this 3 volt supply is going to work for whole of the circuit. Current will be means different. That's why we are asked to find I1 and I2. If we will find I1, for I1 it will be, which resistance is going to work? This 6 ohm. So it will be I is equal to V by R. V will be 3 and R will be 6. It will be 1 by 2 means 0.5 ampere. Means I1 will be 0.5 ampere, while I2, for I2 we have find out the resistance, total resistance in CE, that is 6 ohm. Again V upon this This was actually R1 if we consider it R1, and the equivalent of this if we consider it R2, that is equal to 6 ohm. So this will be R2 and 3 volt upon again 6. This time this 6 is from the here we have got this 6. It will again come 0.5 ampere. So in arm AB also 0.5 ampere current will flow. In arm CE also 0.5 current will flow. In third part it has asked the total current. Total current will be I1 plus I2. So I will be I1 plus I2 means I will be equivalent to 0.5 plus 0.5 ampere, that is 1 ampere. So total current in the circuit having 3 volt battery will be 1 ampere. These were 4 very easy questions. Now let's move to solve few other questions. So here are 2 more questions, students. See, in the given circuit shown, find the value of x. Here x is given. We have to find out the value of x. How we will find? Using various concepts we have studied up till now. First of all, just look after this much portion of this. Means if we consider only this much part of this circuit, what we will get? This 12, 6 and 3, these are actually connected in parallel. So how will, first of all, before doing anything, let us consider that the equivalent resistance of this much portion will be R dash. Now start finding the value of R dash. 1 upon R dash will be equivalent to 1 upon 12 plus 1 upon 6 plus 1 upon 3. 1 upon R dash will be 12, 1 plus 2 plus 4, that is 7 by 12. Or R dash is equal to, we can write it 12 by 7 ohm. Simply means this much portion's answer, if we are asked to find out the equivalent resistance of this first portion is 12 ohm, 6 ohm and 3 ohm. We have find out simply using the parallel formula for parallel circuit, that is, and we have got the answer 12 by 7. Now this circuit will be, this is X, this is 2 ohm resistance, and this total resistance has now became 12 by 7 ohm. Now if you will go through this circuit, 6 whatever values are given. Now if we go through this circuit, so what we can find that all the equipments are arranged in series manner. So let us consider the equivalent resistance of this circuit be R. Now if we are asked to find out the value of R, what it will be? R will be 2 ohm plus 12 upon 7 ohm plus X. Let it like this. By Ohm's law we know that from Ohm's law what we know that V is equal to IR. Now we know that it is given here 6 volt. V is equal to 6. I is equal to 0.4 ohm here and here, both the places they are written. And R is actually this R. The R of this circuit, resistance of this circuit is this, means 2 plus 12 upon 7 plus X. Now if we will multiply this inside, what we will get? 6 is equal to 0.8 plus 0.4 when will be multiplied with it will become 4.8 So 4.8 upon 7 plus 0.4x. Now 6 is equal to 0.8 plus, it will become 0.686 plus 0.4x. 0.4x will be like this only. 0.4x is equal to 4.514x. Now on dividing this, what we will get, x is equal to 11.3 ohm. Sorry, it will be like this, means 4. On dividing 4.514 by 0.4x, what we will get, 11.3 ohm. So the value of x we have find out is 11.3 ohm. Now move to the next question. It is related to the power. Here it is written power. We have to find out how we will do it. An electric bulb of resistance 4 ohm draws a current of 0.5 ampere. Calculate the power and potential energy. We know that we have three relations. P is equal to IV, P is equal to I square R, and P is equal to V square by R. Since here I and R both the values are given, using this relation we can easily find out. I means P is equal to I square means 0.5 plus square, and resistance we are given 400 watt. Now power is given, potential difference is being asked, means V is equal to find out. Using this relation we will use power is equal to IV. Power we have given 100, I we have given 0.5, and we have to find out. So 100 upon 0.5 is equal to V, and it will be like this, and 200 volt is equal to voltage, means potential is equal. So answer will be, potential is equal to 200 volt. Answer will be P is equal to 100 watt and V is equal to 200 volt. So these were some numericals which are very important for exam point of view, and for more practice you have to solve the questions given in your worksheet to get all the concepts more clear. Thank you, students.